Hello and welcome to my add-ons. I have quite a few add-ons here, and I'm constantly talking about it, and talked about it a couple times, trying to customize my LUI and what difficulties I'm having with it, and this kind of will clarify everything. So as you can tell, I got a lot going on here. I've got let's see here, probably about 10 to 12 add-ons on the go that are just in this menu. Um, Very easy, very simple, but it took a long time to get together to this stage. So my main thing is LUI. It's totally customized to my specification, which might not be the same as yours, but it works for my style of gameplay. I have, my LUI, for example. I've got these pull-out bars that, it keeps everything kind of neat. I can pull these out. I got my food and flasks. I got my mounts over here, my hearths over here. It's great. My chat, that's an add-on with Chatter. My details windows, I can open and close each one, or my raid group, which doesn't allow me to have that with HealBot active as well, which I don't believe I have HealBot on the go right now anyway. No, it's not. But whatever. I can open and close them with just this button, or close down one if I like, or close down the other if I like. It's pretty neat. Um, they have to interact with each other, that's for sure. You have to go in your settings of your LUI and make sure that they're here and customize them appropriately. Um, I got my ice HUD. I've seen people with videos and thought it was pretty cool to how they have different set up here for their character and their bar and their cast bar and whatnot. So I mean, this shows me my health, my mana, and over here's my astral power, which is 0 because I've just been standing here. But as you can tell, when I target something, it brings up a new bar here, their health, out of 100%. I also have a percentage over here that will pop up when I start killing him, and overall health. So 8.15, 8.16, it rounded up. But you give him a couple hits here. You can see that he's got a health percentage now, which really helps when we're, in raids. Um, you can smack him down a little bit. If he were to be hitting me, I have a bar. Yeah, there it is. So it gives me a percentage, and also gives me a percentage of my astral power, which, you know, corresponds with this. So I can see as I'm filling that bar up when to use it, so I don't cap out there to get more DPS out. Um, so over my add-ons here, they're pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I got the Angry Keystones that's used for Mythic Dungeons to tell you how long you have for 3 chests, 2 chests, and so on. Bagnon, and maybe people have used that, maybe they don't. Instead of having the normal bags for the UI of Warcraft, it combines them all into one really big one, and that's customizable. You make it big or small. You can also right-click and look at your bank. You can't put anything in it. There was once I could, but I don't know why it stopped or if it was just a bug or something like that. But you can see, what mats you have or what have you. Take a look at your gear. It's quick access to your bank without actually going to your bank, which I thought was pretty nice indeed. So after Bagnon, we have Chatter, which is customizable chat down here. My save bar is down here instead of it being up top. The general chat for LUI was really kind of difficult to see what I was actually typing, so I got this today in hopes that I could do that and it would go away. Didn't work. Whatever. Character stats. It's really neat. Not really required. That gives me a percentage of durability on my armor that I'm wearing and my weapons. Tells me how much gold it's going to take to repair them. Overall, no. But I mean, you can just pull out your mount and check with your own vendor on that one and see, okay, it's going to be 10 gold, 20 copper, whatever. It also tells you up here your armor 95% without even going into your character stats, and if you hover over, it gives you a breakdown of all the pieces and what durability they're at. So that's pretty cool. We also have details, which I've had scatter, recount, and now details. I like details. I've got that pretty customized to have a cool picture behind them the chat. I mean, not the chat, the text, all that stuff. I got my nickname in there. Uh, I like it. It's pretty customizable, actually. You can change all kinds of things with it. That's the most customizable damage meter I've had yet. And like I said, it was the only one that really works with the LUI. The other ones were not recognized by it to have this option of opening and closing them. So I could have just, DPS for the fight or damage overall, not worry about my DPS, or I can hide both of them and just grind and not care about it. We also have Gathermate, which is used for my farming. As you can see, the green dots, those are all herbs that are around. Because I'm a herbalist and alchemist, so I pick my own herbs and make them into pots. So I can look around the map here, see what's in what zone, exactly where any node that's been picked, it will show up there. As I fly over them, it should tell me as I fly closer. It will give me an idea of if it's respawned yet or not. I'm not currently around any because I'm in a pretty crappy space for them. As you get closer, they show up on your map. See, as they're up here, show which direction I need to go to access that herb. And of course, it's going to take a while to get there because I got to fly up this freaking mountain. See, that one's empty. Usually, Azuna is pretty populated with Aetherials. But, there you go. There's one right there. So it came up as yellow. I fly down, swoop, pick it up, fly away. Oh, look, there's another one. Fly over there, pick it up. So that's Gathermate. That's a pretty tricky add-on. You have to have multiple add-ons for that one to work. Them being Gatherer, Gatherer Heads-Up Display, Gathermate, and Gathermate 2 data. So it needs to pull all the data. You can update it over time. You can customize it to your profession. I'm not going to get into the actual add-on, just telling you what the add-ons I have on the go. Then we have Grid, which is my raid group. You can turn that on, turn that off. It's good, you want to target somebody. I'm targeted, if you need a big res or whatever. Or you can hotkey it, right? But whatever. Handy notes. I think I skipped over GTFO. We all know what that is. Get the hell out of shit. Handy notes, that's used for my treasure chests around the world so I can see where they are. Tells me how to get to them. So, and it gives you coordinates on the maps to where they are, which is pretty handy if you ever go treasure chest hunting. Ice HUD, like I said before, it is my health, mana, and star power. Also targeting. That's completely customizable. You have to open up a whole configuration for it. Bar settings, you go into it all. There's all these different bars that you can have. It's pretty crazy, and then you have all these things that you can enable. There's a lot to it. I would have a 20-minute video on just explaining Ice HUD, so you'd have to tinker around with it and see what, works best for you. After that, we have Pawn, used for item upgrades. As you can see in my bag, if they got a green arrow, it's better for you. But I don't really pay attention to that too much. I use my own preference on gear, as I know what stats I need. Sexy map is my map up here. You can change it, lock it. You can make it bigger or smaller, so big, small. You can do whatever you want with it. You can add, change the clock. You can change the border on that. You can change, you have coordinates, whatever you want. That's customizable as well. Tidy plates, that's my targeting headers. So, red means if I go near it, it's going to attack me. The spikes mean it is attacking me, which means you have aggro. And then eventually my follower should come. There he goes. He took it away from me. The red spikes have gone. And I'm good to attack aggro free. When I'm getting aggro on something, it will flash yellow, meaning caution. You're about to steal the aggro from the tank. And then once you have the aggro, it will turn red, just as you've seen before. World Quest Group Finder, straightforward. You go into a World Quest zone, it pops up, and asks you if you would like to join a group. I could show you an example, but I'm pretty far away. See, aggro. Get the hell out. And of course I can't fly. But so that's my LUI. I thought it was you know really neat. I figure people might like to see something like that, might want to use something like that if it's something that does interest you. It's on Twitch, just with every other add-on that you get. Um, it's just called LUI. It's an interface add-on. You download that, install it. It reloads your UI, and you start with the default. Then you got to go in and do all the customizing and what have you for your own personal specification. Any questions? I'm always on. Send me give me a line. Guild chat, whatever, Discord, and I can help you walk you through some things. I've watched a fair amount of YouTube videos on this, and would be glad to help anybody in need. Thanks for tuning in there, guys. Cheers.